Are you ready for a spine-chilling story? Let's take a trip back in time to the year 2000, which was a horrific year for British theme parks. 3 separate fatalities occurred in May alone, and the bad luck continued into July, when an 11-year-old boy named Christopher Surratt experienced a nightmare at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. He was on one of the park's most popular attractions, the Space Invader roller coaster, when something went terribly wrong. The ride was shrouded in darkness, making it difficult to tell exactly what happened. This is the story of the infamous Space Invader disaster. Let me give you some background on Blackpool Pleasure Beach. If you're in the UK, chances are you've heard of it. It opened in 1896 and boasts over 120 rides and attractions, including one of the most famous roller coasters in the world, the Big One. The park covers 42 acres on the seafront of Blackpool and is considered one of the most popular theme parks in the world, even beating out PortAventura and Disneyland Paris. Christopher and his 2 friends were having a great day at the park and had already been on rides like the Maze and the Big One before boarding the Space Invader around 8 p.m. Created by German manufacturer Sherratt, the Space Invader was a sit-down roller coaster that accommodated 4 people in each car. Riders were restrained with a seatbelt, and the ride had an excellent safety record with no prior accidents reported. But approximately 1 minute into the ride, something went terribly wrong. Christopher somehow slipped out of his car, and his friends witnessed the horrifying incident. One of them said, "I saw his white t-shirt going over the edge." Christopher's body hit a stanchion, causing him to fall off the ride and onto the track. He was then hit by an oncoming car and died at the scene despite efforts by paramedics to save him. An investigation was launched, and it was determined that Christopher suffered massive head and internal injuries when he hit his head on the stanchion. The ride was closed while the health and safety executive conducted their investigation, which included interviews with witnesses and the ride operator. The verdict of accidental death was eventually returned, as it was believed that Christopher, out of panic, either reached out of his car or unbuckled his seatbelt, causing him to fall. Although it was never confirmed that Christopher unbuckled his seatbelt himself, the ride was found to be operating correctly, and no charges were brought against Blackpool Pleasure Beach. The Space Invader continued to operate until it was decommissioned in 2004 after a failed evacuation. The ride was eventually sold to Breen Leisure Park in 2008, where it still operates today. Christopher's mother expressed her hope that the accident would lead to improved safety measures, but has not commented on the incident further. The Space Invader disaster remains a chilling reminder of the importance of safety in theme parks and the tragic consequences that can occur when things go wrong. It was a tragic incident that shook the amusement park industry and sparked concerns about ride safety. In the aftermath of Christopher's death, Blackpool Pleasure Beach made significant changes to improve safety measures on their rides, such as increasing the frequency of safety inspections and adding additional safety features to the Space Invader ride. Despite the improvements made by the park, the incident remains a haunting reminder of the risks that come with amusement park rides. It serves as a sobering reminder to always follow ride instructions and safety guidelines and to be aware of the potential dangers when enjoying theme park attractions. Christopher's legacy lives on through his family and friends who have honored his memory by advocating for ride safety and speaking out about the importance of taking precautions when enjoying amusement park rides. While the tragedy will never be forgotten, it is hoped that the lessons learned from it will prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. However, the tragedy of Christopher's death led to significant changes in safety regulations and procedures in the amusement park industry. The incident prompted a reevaluation of safety measures and protocols in amusement parks across the UK, leading to stricter regulations and standards for theme park rides. Blackpool Pleasure Beach also implemented new safety measures and upgrades to their rides to ensure such incidents do not happen again. The legacy of Christopher Surratt lives on, as his tragic death resulted in important safety improvements for theme park visitors. Today, safety remains a top priority in amusement parks worldwide, and incidents such as the Space Invader disaster serve as a reminder of the importance of safety measures and regulations in the entertainment industry.